Hello there. Welcome. Today I would like to talk to you about behavioral activation. Behavioral activation is a technique, and it is from cognitive behavioral therapy. With this technique, it is utilized for anybody who is depressed, anxious, stressed, feeling the results of trauma, or anger. So, we would like to talk about behavior activities that you can enjoy instead of focusing on your mood state. And when I say your mood state, what I mean is the depression, the stress, the anxiety, the anger, the trauma. We want to take your mind away from that and put it on activities that you can enjoy. So what you see in front of you are some of the summer activities that people engage. Now, I know that summer will soon leave us and we will be into the fall season. We can still utilize some of these activities because the weather will be still warm on some days. So some of the activities that you could engage in are hiking, biking, canoeing, beach day, picnics, canoeing. These are all outdoor activities. If you love to travel, you can take a road trip, go camping, visit a national park, enjoy a new city you've never been to before, or go on a day cruise, or if you would like to, go on a 3-day cruise or a 5-day cruise. So anything that you would enjoy. This falls into the travel and adventure category. Now, if you love athletics and wellness, then the suggestion would be yoga, Pilates, swimming, running, meditation, or any other activity that you engage in for fitness and wellness. Now, when you focus on hobbies that you enjoy, consider painting, writing, photography, cooking, gardening. Do you love social events or cultural type of events? I know I do. It is really up my alley. So, things to do under this category is concerts, music festivals, outdoor movies, museums, sporting events, and if you love to volunteer, voluntary work. Now, the learning and personal growth category focuses on learning a new language, trying a new hobby, attending a workshop, taking a class, and reading a book. Now, you are not limited to the type of activities that you see in this presentation. By all means, enjoy the activities that you love. Now, let's get back to behavior activation. In the beginning, because you have a low mood state that's affected by stress and anxiety, depression, affected by post-traumatic stress syndrome, that's a type of anxiety, or you're just plain out and out angry. You first start by tracking your mood. That means you want to monitor your daily activities and notice how specific tasks make you feel. The next thing is to choose activities that would mean something to you. Because when these activities mean something to you, you are more likely to do it and to enjoy it. So these pleasurable activities could be relaxation, like listening to music, taking a walk, or reading a good book. Now, there are some activities that you will do because you are trying to reach a certain level of competence, such as learning a new language. It takes a lot of skill to learn that language. So that is competence. And so once you are able to engage in the activity and complete it, you will feel a sense of accomplishment. So for example, you may decide, I'm going to clean out these dresser drawers today. I'm going to finish a work task like painting the cabinets. I am going to focus on my bills and getting these bills paid. Once you do it, you feel good because it's off of your mind. Now, if you decide to use this strategy, just understand that any goal that you have and it feels overwhelming to you, then what you could do is basically break it down into small tasks to accomplish. For example, if you have a great big backyard to clean and it is really the work of 3 people, then instead of cleaning it all at one time, you can decide that I'm going to break it down into small tasks. Break the yard down into 3 sections. This section on Friday, this section on Saturday, and this section on Monday. So you have 3 different days that you're trying to accomplish the task instead of trying to complete the entire thing at one time. Now, I just want to reiterate, that means repeat, what behavioral activation is good for. Okay? It is good for depression, anxiety, avoidance. And a lot of times when people avoid things, it's because they feel too much pain or too much trauma that's associated with it. So, you can use it for burnout. You can use it for stress. You can use it for PTSD. And you can use it for anger and grief. Okay. And so, I think I have covered everything, but I am going to move into the pleasure category from a different perspective because I want you to have as much information as you could possibly have. And so, let's look at pleasurable activities. And these are the activities that you do for enjoyment, relaxation, or fun. You don't have to worry about being very productive. You just go out and you have fun. Okay? And this could include drawing, writing, crafting, playing an instrument. Also, you're going to consider what entertains you and what brings you rest. It could be listening to your favorite podcasts, listening to music, watching a good movie, or sitting outdoors in nature. Now, we can also get sensory comfort, and that means drinking a warm cup of tea, taking a hot bath, sitting in the sunlight. Some of the other activities that are like games to be played or puzzles to do. You can play a board game. You can do a word puzzle. You can go to a museum. Or you can hang out at a local family-oriented type of park and watch the children play. Now, when it comes down to connecting with people, you can consider texting or calling a friend, having a cup of coffee out with that friend, sending thank you notes to people when they have done something that you appreciate. Community engagement involves attending a local workshop, volunteering for a cause, and you can do things like become involved in church activities or the activities of a nonprofit. And that would do it for this session. So behavioral activation is really replacing those negative thinking states and moods with something more positive to do. So please consider behavior activation and put in activities on your schedule that will promote fun for you. Because what it will do, it will offset or combat the low mood feelings. If you're feeling low, like last week I was at the Clifford T. Brown Festival. You know, it was a 5-day event, but I had work to do, so I couldn't go to all 5 days. But what I did do is I went to the event throughout the week that meant the most to me. And I just sat out among people. I was alone. I'm going to say that again. I was alone. I traveled alone. I went to the concert alone. We can learn to do things without having the company of a significant other or friends that we hang out with. You can do things by yourself. You don't have to wait for someone to invite you or to decide on the activity that they think you will enjoy. So, you can also go to a seminar, a workshop, a webinar, just to learn something new that you've never known before. Well, with this being said, I want to thank you for your time. Love someone, love yourself, and as always, stay safe.